Wow. Well, over a dozen ex-NBA players charged with multi-million-dollar fraud. More than a dozen NBA veterans, including former Coney Island High School star and ex-Los Angeles Clipper Sebastian Telfair, have been charged with ripping off millions from the league's health plan by submitting bogus invoices with glaring typos and discrepancies. Wow. Manhattan federal prosecutors announced Thursday. The indictment accused 18 former ballers of defrauding $4 million from the NBA's health and welfare benefit plan, which provides additional coverage to eligible active and retired players. Wow. They really have to have courses to teach these guys to how to invest their money and how to save their money. Otherwise, they wouldn't have to resort to this. The defendants, who earned a combined $360 million during their NBA careers, allegedly submitted false and fraudulent claims for reimbursement of expenses for medical and dental services that were not actually rendered, according to court papers. The scheme was orchestrated by ex-New Jersey net shooting guard Terrence Williams, who allegedly recruited other retired athletes and supplied them with fake invoices and letters for reimbursement in exchange for at least $230,000 in kickbacks, said Manhattan U.S. Attorney Audrey Strauss. Wow. A lot of these NBA players, they come from different backgrounds, and they're not taught how to handle their money after they retire, so they resort to this nonsense. But Williams' phony documentation raised suspicions, particularly a pair of 2019 letters that were supposedly from a chiropractor and were submitted by two defendants in the case. The letters are unusual in several respects. They are not letterhead, contain unusual formatting, have grammatical errors, and one of the letters misspell a purported patient's name. The indictment states these guys were dumb, just dumb. And another red flag, ex-Chicago Bulls power forward Gregory Smith submitted $48,000 in claims for 8 root canals and crowns supposedly performed at Beverly Hills Dental Office on December 20th, 2018, when he was out of the country that entire month playing professional basketball in Taiwan. Similarly, ex-Boston Celtics forward Ronald Glenn Davis, a.k.a. Big Baby, allegedly submitted a $27,000 dental claim for work performed at the same Beverly Hills dental office, even though he was traveling in Paris on that date. God, these people are so stupid. Gosh, man, Brittany Renner was right. Oh, man. You want to get up quick? Oh, man. Have sex with an athlete. I mean, these guys are that dumb. They'll do anything. Wow. Just wow. Reimbursement documents provided by Williams and submitted by two of the defendants falsely showed that they had undergone 13 root canals and 12 crowns on the exact same teeth and on the exact same date, Strauss said. Among the defendants are 18 former NBA players, including 6-time NBA all-time defensive member Tony Allen, former Lakers guard Shannon Brown, Allen Anderson, William Bynum, Christopher Douglas Roberts, Melvin Elvey, Jamero Moon, Darius Miles, Milton Palacio, Ruben Patterson, Eddie Robinson, Charles Watson Jr., Antoine Wright, and Anthony Roughton. Allen's wife, Desiree Allen, is also charged in the scheme. God! Just dumb. Miles collected nearly $62 million during his 11 years in the league, followed by Tony Allen's $40.9 million, Patterson's $36.8 million, and Big Baby Davis $32.2 million. Oh, man. If you're doing something like this, you have to space it out, and you have to be where you say you are. Oh, man. These guys are just greed and stupidity. Just greed and stupidity. Telfair, a Brooklyn native and cousin of former NBA star Stephon Marbury, earned $19.2 million for 10 seasons. He paid all that money back. The fraud, which began in 2017 and continued into 2020, resulted in a $2.5 million windfall for the defendants, but was halted before the remaining claims were paid out, court papers allege. The defendants are each charged with one count of conspiracy to commit healthcare and wire fraud, for which they face up to 20 years in prison. Williams faces an additional rap for aggravated identity theft for impersonating the plan's administrative manager in a call to intimidate another player who had refused to pay the kickback, Strauss said. Telfair, wearing a gray sweatshirt, white sweatpants, and lime green basketball shoes, pleaded not guilty Thursday at his presentment before Manhattan federal court judge Kathleen Parker. The jurors approved a court-appointed lawyer based on his financial disclosure and ordered he released on a $250,000 bond. His eyes welled with tears, but he did not cry as he exited the courthouse with no comment. Yeah, his ass is going to jail for 20 years. You guys are... And the big baby's going to be a baby to someone else, man. Big Bubba. 14 defendants were arrested in 9 other states, where they'll appear before a judge. 3 have yet to be taken into custody, Strauss said. None of the other people named in an indictment could immediately be reached for comment. The defendant's playbook involved fraud, deception, Strauss said at a press conference. Thanks to the hard work of our law enforcement partners, the alleged scheme had been disrupted. They will have to answer for their fraudulent violations of the law. The NBA spokesman said they are cooperating fully with the authorities and called the allegations particularly disheartening. I could imagine. And it's just sad. I mean, Brittany Renner's right. I mean, these guys are just plain stupid and dumb. Couldn't even have a plan properly. Most of you guys are just greedy and just... These people have to be from like the really, backwards part of the states. Really, they're not smart. They just know how to shoot a ball through the hoop. That's it. They're not smart at all. Can't even be smart enough to pull off a crime. And the fact that you have to depend on others to actually keep it going, guys can't even. Man, listen, I don't feel sorry for them. I don't. This is what happens when you get greedy and you act a fool. It's sad, but it's like you got to babysit these grown men to understand that if you break the law like this, you're going to do some serious hard time. Tell me what you think in the comments. What do you think?